Hello, my air signs. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts, guys. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. This particular reading will be focusing on the question why there is no communication between you and the person that you are thinking about for this reading. So, anyway, guys, I thought I was recording, which is why all these cards are on my table. And I feel like I just got the air knocked out of me because I was so into the reading, totally well into the reading, guys, and a good 20 minutes or so come to find out that my camera stopped recording. So I'm so frustrated right now, but I feel that I really need to continue because this was a very insightful reading. So I'm just going to interpret the cards that are here on the table as I interpreted them the first time when I thought I was recording when the camera cut out. So again, I apologize, but it is what it is, but the cards are still here and I'll simply re-communicate what I already said. All right, guys, so it is a general reading. As always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single air sign out there. So please do take from it whatever makes sense for your particular situation. And as always, if you're interested in a personal private reading from me, all that information will be listed down below this video. And I have gotten a few inquiries about the card decks that I've been using, so I'll include that information in the description box as well. All right, so let's get started. So the very first deck that I used was, let me pull that. It is the Twin Flame Shadows deck. This is from Angela from Mystic Moon, and quite a few of the card decks that I have here are made by Angela. So again, I'll post all that information down below. So the very first card that I drew was shocking. So to me, what this is indicative of is that for my air signs, I do feel that perhaps you received shocking news from the person that you're thinking about for this reading, and or it was you that delivered shocking news to this person that you're thinking about. But whatever it was, you know, it was pretty unsettling, I'm feeling. And for some of you guys, it may have been painful news. Perhaps for some of you, it was the fact that you wanted to break up. Whoever it was that did the breaking up in this connection, I'm feeling it shocked the other person and they weren't expecting it. Came out of the blue for some of you guys. Now, the next card that came through was faithless. So in this situation, part of the reason why there is no communication is that either you, my air sign, or the person that you're thinking about for this reading, somebody lost trust and faith in the connection. Okay, so for some of you guys, it may have been a third-party situation where there was cheating involved, and so it's very difficult for you to continue to have faith in someone that created a situation of infidelity in the relationship. Okay, take that for however way it resonates, whoever did the cheating, okay? But to me, this is indicative that somebody lost faith in the connection. And that could certainly be mutual, okay, depending on how that played out in your relationship. We also have emptiness coming forward here. So if this person, when you guys were together and things were actually good before, I do feel that they fulfilled you, they made you happy, and once things fell apart, it really fell apart. And it drained the life out of this relationship. And so it's coming forward here that, you know, it no longer fulfills you, and that if your heart was full before, it's empty now, you know, and or this other person might be feeling that way. You know, we do have distant and cold energy being represented here as well. So somebody gave the other person the cold shoulder, and there is distance and separation that is indicated here between you and this person. Okay, so the other cards that came through were from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck, and the first card I drew was Nostalgia. So to me, this is the same energy as the Six of Cups, feeling nostalgic about someone from the past, possibly someone that you are not with at this time. You are in separation. There is distance that is there between you and this other person. But I do feel that there are good elements, good parts about this relationship that you still think about. And this other person thinks about that as well. But we do have someone who is coming forward with this unawakened energy. You know, to me, looking at this photo, it is indicative of a male figure, so it could be a divine masculine who is coming through with unawakened energy here. It doesn't have to be, that's just what I'm picking up off of that card. So whoever it is that's coming through with this unawakened energy, it's somebody that's not recognizing the true value of this connection. And perhaps that's part of the reason why we do have a barrier here. In order for this barrier to come down, there has to be equal exchange of energy between you and this other person. And this barrier could be indicative of anything. It depends on what your particular situation is. Could be a third party for some of you. And for some of you guys, it could just simply be that perhaps you guys live far away from each other, or that you are not wanting to communicate with each other at this time because of whatever painful situation had occurred and that caused you guys to break up and separate. For whatever this barrier stands for in your situation, it's here. But despite the distance, despite the separation, and you guys are not seeing each other at the moment, you guys aren't even talking, somebody's keeping tabs on someone from a distance. You know, so for my air signs, either you're doing this or the person that you're thinking about is doing this, or you're both doing this, keeping tabs on the other person on social media, you know. But we do have the pause card that is here, indicative of no movement, no communication at this time. Not at this time anyway. So I pulled some, let me set these aside for a second. I did pull some romance angels messages, and what came through is passion. So there was a time, guys, when this connection was very passionate. A lot of passion between you and this other person. Heart-to-heart conversations also coming through. So the potential to want to start talking again, to opening up lines of communication, opening up those lines once again, will get the ball rolling for you guys to possibly move this relationship forward if you want to get back together. Or at least to simply just start talking again, to start healing the relationship, to start healing your hearts, healing the situation, healing each other. And this is why. This person is your true love. That could certainly be a soulmate and or a twin flame, however way you interpret the connection, the relationship. This is the romance of a lifetime for you. This person has entered your life and was meant to make this immense impact in your life. They have changed you as a person. Now, not every single person watching this is willing to welcome this person back. You know, it's like, all right, well, there was a third party, you cheated on me, and I'm done. But I feel for some of you guys that even though you might not want this person back, there are parts of that connection that you still remember fondly, okay? Because with this nostalgia card coming through, there are parts of that relationship that you still remember and it still makes you smile. And again, somebody's keeping tabs on somebody. Okay? But there are those of you tuning in that would absolutely love to have this person back in your life. And the road to getting that moving is opening up lines of communication to start talking about the challenges that had occurred that brought this relationship down. You know, because I still feel that there is love here between you and this person. And for those of you wanting to salvage this relationship, of course the other person has to be willing to welcome that in. And for some of you, I do feel this person, when they're ready, will be able to remove this barrier that's keeping you guys apart. All right, so some signs from Spirit Love Oracle cards that I drew. Okay, so the first card that came forward was Milk, representative of nourishment. So with this card coming forward, I do feel that this person nourished who you were as a person, nourished you by way of offering you happiness and fulfillment. They made you happy. And interestingly enough, someone out there may very well just love to drink milk, you know, something that simple. But nourishment comes from within, you know, somebody that nourishes your heart, your soul, makes you happy. And I do feel that this person represented that for some of you guys. Next card that came through was Coins, support. So for some of my air signs, the person that you're thinking about may have been very supportive of your career choices. You guys may have worked together. They may have given you money, lent you money, you know, or you could have done the same. An exchange of money here is what I'm feeling in order to support the other person. Other card that came through is Nail, crucify. So that's a pretty intense card to come through. Somebody feeling like they were crucified in the relationship. Very painful energy actually coming from that. And for those of you who have picked up off of that energy where perhaps you felt that this person crucified you in the relationship or whatever it was that brought this relationship into separation, that needs to be healed in order for you guys to move forward. Next card is Umbrella, shelter. So for some of you guys, you live together, shared a home together. And for others, they simply made you feel comfortable, made you feel like you were home whenever you were with this person, offered you a level of satisfaction, and things were good between you guys at one point. And the last card that I pulled was 333. Some of you guys may very well be seeing these numbers all the time, and you're wondering, what on earth? Why do I keep seeing this? It's a sign from Spirit, okay? The Trinity, mind, body, and soul. And this card states, you are in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. So whoever is feeling empowered by this card, you know, when you're in the zone, there's nothing that you can't accomplish in your life. Express your true, authentic self. Be true to yourself. Be true to the person that you're thinking about for this reading once you guys open up lines of communication, if that is something that you desire. Because there has to be equal energy exchange from both of you. Okay? So I then managed to pull some twin flame messages. And again, you don't have to identify with the twin flame connection, but the cards that I ended up pulling, this was the very first one. My mind and heart always comes back to you. So for my air signs, I feel that for some of you, you've tried to move on, tried to forget, tried to almost stop feeling nostalgic about the relationship. But I'm feeling for some of you, it's been very difficult for you to forget and to move on. Because as this card states, my mind and heart, it always comes back to you. Because the love is true. The love is there. This is your soulmate and or twin flame. And I do feel that that might potentially be mutual, that this other person feels the same. Next card is I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. And it's interesting how, for anyone resonating with this 333 card, you know, and as it does indicate, express your true, authentic self. When you do that, you are coming from a place of truth and honesty. And back then, whoever is resonating with this message, they were not fully honest. They were unable to fully express what was in their heart at that time. Sorry about that, guys. My camera is tripping. Okay, so the next card that I pulled is, how could you still love me after all I've done? So this person's really wondering, you know, how can you still love me despite whatever action it was that they took that broke you guys up? And for some of you, yes, it was a third-party situation, very painful ending to your relationship, and you're not quite sure if you would be willing to take them back. And they're seriously wondering, you know, is it possible for you to forgive them for what they've done? How can you still love me after all I've done? That is a question that this person is asking themselves and really wanting to say this to you, but with no communication, of course. This is all in their heart, unable to express this at this time. But look at this last card that I pulled. This was the bottom of the deck card. We will be together again. So there is certainly a potential for reconciliation for some of you guys, if that is what you desire in regard to this connection. Of course, not everybody is going to want a reconciliation with the person that you are thinking about for this reading. Some of you guys, I'm feeling, had some pretty intense, painful relationships that ended. And for some of you, I'm feeling that it ended abruptly with a shocking ending for some of you. But there are those of you out there who are tuning in that want this person back. This is your soulmate and or twin flame, and you want them back. And the cards that are coming through here are indicating that there is certainly a potential for the both of you to reconnect. Certainly coming through here. All right, so let's grab some additional messages from the Guardian Angel Tarot. This card deck is massive, and I always struggle shuffling them. But I wanted to switch things up because I'm always using the Psychic Tarot in my readings and just needed a change of scenery. So let's see. Because I'm feeling that there are additional messages here, guys, that need to come through. Okay. I'm going to grab this bottom one. All right, what do we have? We've got the 10 of Action coming forward. This is the 10 of Wands in traditional tarot. This card reads, you're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. Wow. So that's a message that some of you guys really needed to hear, because this card, of course, in traditional tarot comes forward with a level of responsibility, and that you're carrying a burden that you really need to just lay it down. Put your burdens down. Put yourself first. Take care of yourself first this time. And then we've got review and contemplation coming forward. This is the Judgment card in traditional tarot. And this card reads, you've accomplished a great deal in your life and you have much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. And part of this energy is really tapping into this 333 card, you know, express your true, authentic self. So yeah, it's reiterating this judgment card. Be the real you. Be who you are. You shouldn't have to pretend to be something that you're not in order to impress anyone else. You're finally coming into your own. You're finally in balance to be able to deal with what's going on in your life, in your personal situation. So you're actually headed towards a really good path, a much better path. All right, so let's grab some additional messages from the Moonology card deck to add to this. Angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know, please, for my air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So even though there is no communication at this time, guys, I do feel that eventually you will be hearing from this person. Got a couple cards here. Confidence is your key to success. This is indicative of the new moon in Leo. So for some of you guys, you might be dealing with a Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So maintain your self-confidence, guys, and it will bring you positive energies and a positive outcome in regard to the situation. Whoa, and look at this other card that came through. For my air signs, luck is on your side, indicative of the new moon in Sagittarius. So for some of you guys, you are tapping into the energies of a Sagittarius in your life. So we do have a Leo and a Sagittarius that are being indicated here. So for some of you guys, if that's the person that you are dealing with and watching this reading for, that is coming through. Let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle messages. For my air signs, please, angels and spirit guides, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Let me grab that. Okay. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Wow. So I do feel that the reason why there is no communication with this person at this time is because there was something traumatic that happened to break you guys up. It wasn't easy, and I'm feeling it was very painful. Whatever it was that broke you guys up, you know, with this shocking card coming forward, this was unexpected. Something that occurred possibly out of the blue. You weren't expecting it, and or this other person wasn't expecting it. It was traumatic. And this is coming forward to let you know that there is a blessing that may very well be coming into the situation to salvage this relationship for some of you. And the other card that came through is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Wow. Okay, guys, so this confirms for me that for those of you who are willing to start talking to this person once again and remove this barrier that is between you, and of course that has to be an equal exchange of energy. This person has to want it as much as you. But based off of the cards and messages that are coming forward here, I do feel that ultimately you guys have the potential to reconnect and manifest union in the 3D once again. That is certainly coming through here. That's what I'm feeling. All right, so let's close out your reading, guys, with some Guardian Angel cards, my favorite card deck lately, to close out these readings. Very insightful, inspirational messages. So for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini angels, please give me a card for Libra to close out this reading. Okay. A card for Aquarius. Thank you. and a card for Gemini. Thank you. All right. And let me grab this bottom card. There we go. All right, so Libra, you have relax. There is plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life. Love. Wow, Libra. Beautiful message to close out your reading. For Aquarius, you have a prayer. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see the order. Thank you. Everything's going to be okay, guys, especially those of you who, once again, are willing to entertain a reconciliation with this person that you are in separation from. So, hold on to your faith. Things are about to shift and change here. And for my Geminis, you have Jewel. Every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust. We, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Wow, Gemini. That's a great message to come through for you. And finally, to close out the air sign reading, we have an action card. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. Wow, guys, that's wonderful to close out your reading. So whoever it was that this resonated with, I really hope that it offered you some clarity, opened up your heart and your mind and your eyes to what's happening with this other person. Yes, there is a barrier that is keeping you guys apart at this time, but with all the surrounding positive, uplifting messages that are coming through in this reading, I feel that really it's just a matter of time before either you hear from this person or they reach out to you or you guys run into each other, and it'll put you in a place where you can start talking again and really deal with whatever it was that broke you guys up to begin with and start from there. You know, it has to start somewhere. Somebody needs to take that first step. And I do feel that the universe will eventually step in and allow you guys a second chance to be able to manifest union once again. For those of you, of course, who are willing to accept that and are wanting that. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you this time around, air signs. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give me a thumbs up if you did and if it resonated with you. And as always, if you're interested in a personal private reading from me, all that information is down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.